everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the period of September 20th to the 26th. Now, there is a lot of energy moving around this week. We've got a full moon on the 20th. We're moving, the sun is moving into Libra on the 23rd, and we have fall solstice, fall equinox on the 22nd. So we're moving into a new season. The sun is moving into Libra, and we have a full moon coming up to start the week of this reading. So let's jump in here and see what is the major theme for our Virgo friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for this coming week. What is Virgo's theme? Ancestors. Interesting, Virgo. So you're going to be sort of delving into the energy of your ancestors this week. Fascinating. Okay, let us get into the tarot cards to get some more clarity on this very interesting guiding message of ancestor. Okay, so let's get started with the tarot here for our Virgo friends to see what is coming up for Virgo this week as they are exploring their ancestral roots. Perhaps there is something coming up through that ancestral energy for Virgos to pay attention to this week. Let's find out. Okay. Okay, Virgo, we've got the Death card on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this week is going to involve some significant shifting for you. You're shifting into a new timeline, one perhaps that's more aligned with the soul purpose. I say that because of the ancestor card, and also the energy I'm picking up on here is that right now, Virgo, what's at the driving force here behind your reading is your need to be authentic or get out of here. There's a part of you that's like, I've either got to leave where I am because I can't be authentic, or I have to just stand in my authentic, sincere self and not be, shaken, not be convinced of otherwise, to be authentic and to be so in a way that is unapologetic. It's like that's what's driving your reading this week. You are connecting deeply with your roots, and you are wanting to sort of uphold that authenticity that comes with looking at your ancestors and looking at what the path before you was, and how to make decisions based on using that inner guidance system. Now, I say that because we see the Two of Swords here crossed with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is really a time of inner celebration, but this is in reverse. So it's sort of like your inner environment is holding you back from understanding what direction to take here. It's almost like you need to tap into spirit. You need to tap into intuition. You need to tap into your ancestral line, energetically speaking here, so that you can understand the choices that lay before you and which one is connected to your higher self. This is a heavy, heavy feeling that comes with this reading, Virgo. I am feeling like a process was started in the past here a long time ago, potentially as far back as that ancestral line, and you are coming into sort of an empathic connection to your ancestors. So you might be starting to pick up on energies that are surrounding you and your ancestors. You may have had someone cross over recently, and you're picking up on their energy as being an ancestor of yours. Perhaps in this lifetime, they were connected to you in a different way. But since they're crossing, I'm really getting that feeling that you've had someone cross if this is resonating for you, that you have recently felt the grief of losing someone dear, and that in that state of grief, it has sort of awoken in you this connection to being authentic, and not just being authentic, but unapologetically so, and out loud. Like, this is a communication of authenticity, and there's a part of you that is questioning this. And the thing that's creating the challenge for you to sort of realize everything that you're feeling is that you may or may not be tapping into your intuition enough. You may be tapping into it, but perhaps not seeing it or believing it. You may be having some doubts about what's going on because it's unfamiliar, but you have this unsettling sort of ease right now, where maybe the people around you are wondering what has inspired this calm lack of fear in the face of an unfamiliar feeling. And it feels like that unfamiliar feeling is that connection you're feeling to others, and the empathic or intuitive or psychic ability that you may possess, and that you are maybe starting to channel it, but it's very unfamiliar, but you know you can't go back. Seeing these two cards, the Seven of Swords sort of driving the reading, and then the Eight of Cups in reverse being your inner narrative. It's sort of like you're at a place where you're not willing to settle for anything that's not completely authentic, even if it's completely unfamiliar, even if it's a path that you have to walk alone, even if it means walking away from these 8 cups. You're sort of ready for it, Virgo, and you're willing to, you're approaching it with the mindset of a volunteer, that you want to participate in this dynamic of shift. And I think that your new path is noticeable. The outer shell of you is one of someone who has discovered something that is now stirring up their own energy into this sort of restless creative vision. I wouldn't be surprised if this is resonating for you, Virgo, that you have been dreaming of, or having visions of, or are even tapping into your other senses. Like maybe you're picking up on these ancestors' energy through, you walk into a room and suddenly you can smell cologne, or you can, you can smell the cigarettes that this person used to smoke, or you can somehow feel their energy, and it's new, but you're not afraid, but people can sense it in you. It's showing up as a creative restlessness, as sort of like an inspiration that's come from above. It's not, there's no explanation for it other than something has recently sparked that in you. And I mean, I'm just feeling all the feels right now as I read this for you, because I think what's happening is that you're going to have to make a major decision here. You've got 3 sevens on the table. Okay, you've got the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So it's choice time, Virgo. You are choosing whether or not to connect with this energy on a really quite real level. And I think you're going to go for it, because we saw the Death card on the bottom of the deck, which suggests a major rebirth, a transformation. Something is coming into your energy to shake it up and change it completely. And seeing the ancestors as being the sort of guiding message for you, I think you are coming into a knowledge here where you can't really continue as you were. There's a part of you that's like, I have to change my life. I have to change the way I'm living. I need to be completely authentic and make a choice that's aligned with my higher self, because I feel it now. I can feel my higher self. I can hear it. I can smell it. I can sense it. Maybe all your clairs are coming online. You're starting to really feel all of these energies in a way, Virgo, that it's like there's a part of you that's feeling that this could be a time to almost have to accept a truth on an emotional level and let go of what you thought was true. And I think you're really stepping into this authentic time of your life where you're not willing to settle. When I see these 7 sevens, or these 3 sevens here, I feel like you're not willing to settle, that the choice that you're making is going to be in line with this new unfamiliar path. And we all know what comes after the 8 of Cups, the 9, the greatest wish fulfillment. So I feel like you're walking a path that you were destined to walk, and that your ancestors are guiding you this week, Virgo. You are really tapping into your ancestors this week, and they are asking you to consider taking a different route, taking a path that is slightly different, or maybe a path that is completely different. And you feel it on an inner level. You can feel it. Your inner guidance is not as it is when you're at your best. You feel this to your core. There's something disturbing your ability to make choices in the same way that you were able to make them logically many times in the past. And now suddenly your insides are guiding you in a different direction. And I think it's really that you're picking up on your ancestors, and that's causing a major shift for you this week. You know, if this is resonating for you, Virgo, you know, this energy is one that I feel like you're not afraid of it, but I feel guided to just say to you that you're protected and you're safe, even if it feels completely unfamiliar and a little bit like you have to deal with some loss, and that your old life, as expressed by those 3 cups here, is not as you thought it was going to be. There's the Tower way in the distance. You are going to start a new path with these 2 cups. And because this is in reverse and where it falls in your reading, it tells me that you're not feeling worried about this. You're feeling like you can let those 3 cups go. And there's almost a part of you that's like, I want to see what lies ahead. And I'm not afraid of what lies ahead. Let's do this. You know, this is a very emotional time for you. And the full moon that's happening on the 20th of September is in Pisces, and it's very emotional. So I see so many cups here for you, Virgo, that I can't help but think you're on a path right now, led by your ancestral energy, towards something that's going to completely change everything. And that you're starting this new path from a place of, you know, uncertainty. You're starting this path from a place of, you are being guided, because logic is not working right now. The way that you would have problem solved this situation in the past, you're not finding that the same solutions are having the same effect. You know, and it could involve the people around you. I saw the 3 of Cups as I was just adjusting those cards. But let's close your reading here with a moon oracle, since that full moon in Pisces is starting our week of interest here, September 20th to the 26th. Let's see what messages we have here for Virgo as they are connecting to their ancestors. Okay, you got 1. A win-win outcome is forecast. Interesting. This is the full moon in Libra, and we are just entering Libra within this week as well. The sun will enter Libra. So this is very interesting to me, because I feel like you are doing this. Whenever I see scales, I see you're making a decision. You're making a choice about something, and the outcome is going to be win-win. Look at those 7s, all expressing that you are making a decision. You are making a choice about something. We see those scales, and that it is a win-win outcome, because I really feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing. I think you're being led by your ancestors right into the heart of this transition, which is going to be a win-win outcome. Wow, that's really powerful. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this has resonated for you and you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon in another reading. Okay, sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Take care.